friends, welcome back to my room. I don't think I've ever done a video set up just like this. I wish you could see the way I actually have it set up. I'm basically sitting on a really tall chair. It's set up on my windowsill, but windowsill, but I didn't have anything that was able to prop it up just right because my windowsill is only like this small. So I have a kombucha bottle that is sitting right underneath it and it works perfectly. So hey, I hope this doesn't go on too long, but this is something I feel like a majority of society has probably come across and experienced at some point. Fortunately, a lot of people haven't gone through something like this, but I know that a huge percentage has, and it's how to trust again after getting out of a relationship or getting out of whatever you want to call whatever it was after being cheated on. So something I wanted to add super quickly that I didn't is now this is going to be a lot darker than the video you're about to see because I just finished uploading it onto my iPad and I just realized that I forgot to say something, so I'm going to start it off with this. I am not in specific talking about an experience I had with my most recent ex. He did not cheat on me whatsoever. This is coming from previous experiences with other people in my life. So I just wanted to clear that up. This has nothing to do with you if you're watching this, and I hope that no one makes that assumption because he was a wonderful boyfriend at the time. And I just wanted to kind of get that out there. So yeah, it's really hard to try to trust people and want to open yourself up to people after you've been cheated on, after you've been promised that that person is going to be faithful, or maybe you just assumed that they were because your relationship was solid, your relationship was something that you thought you both valued on the exact same level. And maybe at some point, no matter how great it may seem, that person had decided that, you know, they just wanted to act the way that they acted, and I want to let you know that it had nothing to do with you. It had absolutely nothing to do with you, and you probably are like, what are you talking about? I mean, I must have done something wrong. There must have been something wrong with me. I was lacking. They didn't find what they were looking for. They weren't happy. Maybe they weren't happy. Maybe that's the reason they did that. However, you're not the reason that that had happened. When someone chooses to do those kind of actions and they willingly and consciously are making a decision that they know would hurt another person, but they're not wanting to be honest with you, they're wanting to keep it to themselves, and maybe they have lied to you, maybe they've done it before, you've forgiven them, and then they've done it again after they promised they wouldn't, and you don't understand what is possibly wrong with you. Maybe this is something that's happened to you time and time again, and you've come to this conclusion that there's something wrong with you personally. There's something that you're lacking, there's something that you're not able to give in the relationship, and that they have to make up for it in that way. I want to let you know that that is not the case whatsoever. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not lacking in any which way. That individual person just happens to have a very different perspective on life with you. The actions that they're making are not a reflection of you, they're a pure reflection of their inner world. And after something like that happens, it's totally normal for someone to want to close themselves off and find it really hard to trust someone, pretty much walking on eggshells, vegan eggshells, from that relationship forward. And I understand that, I totally do. But what that's going to do to you is it's going to hold you back from some potential experiences in relationships that are phenomenal and more than you could ever expect because you're too scared of trusting again. That's normal, I understand. But know that not everyone is exactly like-minded as the individual that you had these experiences or just an experience with. It's really easy after something like that happens to generalize and say, all guys are unfaithful, all girls are unfaithful, anything along those lines. No one is trusting, no one is honest, no one is truthful. A lot of people in this world aren't, I'm going to tell you that right now, but there's also a huge portion of people that are. And you don't want to close yourself off completely because people that are coming your way that are going to treat you the exact way you deserve to be treated, they're going to be shut down because you're just closing everything off. And I'm not telling you to jump into another relationship as soon as you get out of one. Take some time to heal, really get to know yourself, get to love yourself on a level where you will never, ever take treatment like that willingly. If something like that happens, you just cut it out. That's done. There's no exceptions. There's no exception to anything other than just pure love. Because what I used to do and this was when I really didn't love myself at all, there was a huge lacking, is I constantly let these guys treat me like this and hook up with other people when they said they wouldn't, and then they would apologize and I would let them come back and I would give them another chance and another one and another one, and it's just total disrespect to yourself. It's total disrespect to yourself, and I don't know who you are watching this, but what I know is if you were ever in that position, you deserve so much more than that and nothing less. And it may take some time to come across someone who you really vibe with, and that's okay. You know, for that part of your life, you're going to be journeying and discovering things about yourself, and that's so cool, because what you want to make sure of is that you're not waiting to be in another relationship. You're not expecting to have someone to make you feel complete. You need to feel complete on your own, so that you're that little vegan sundae, and then whoever comes across is going to be that cherry on top. But you don't necessarily need that cherry, because the sundae on its own is hella good. I know that you're saying and probably thinking this is so much harder than I'm making it out to be, and I understand it's going to be hard to open your heart up again, but you just have to open your heart and allow other people to come in, but also be cautious. Also be cautious. If you notice that someone is maybe starting to treat you in a way that is not coming from a standing point of love, then you've really got to evaluate that and question that and ask them and be honest. If you have a question, ask that person. Don't keep it in and then make assumptions in your head, playing out all these different scenarios when you have no idea what's going on because you're not communicating with that other person. You've got to communicate with the person that you're with if you're really not sure of something, if you're feeling a little bit off, and if they give you their word and down the line they happen to go against that, then let them go. You know, that has nothing to do with you. Just take a step back and say, you know what, hey, I've enjoyed this time with you, but you're not respecting me, so I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go do my own thing, and that's that. There's no question about it. Love yourself enough to never allow someone else to disrespect you, especially time and time again, because what that does is it enables that person to do the same thing over and over again, and it's going to come in different forms. You know, you're not going to be experiencing a loving, wholesome relationship when you're enabling someone to do things that hurt you, because then you're saying, hey, it's okay for you to hurt me as long as you apologize and we make up for it. We may go through a little bit of a rough patch, but no, just cut it. Just if someone treats you the way that you're not feeling great with, it doesn't sit well with you, you're not happy about it, you're feeling maybe sad or angry or confused, evaluate that and see what the heck is going on and then go from there. But know that when someone does something like that, it really has nothing to do with you personally. Don't think there's something wrong with you. There's something in them that maybe they're needing to work on. If it happens, it happens. Let go and then move on and then see what the future has to bring you. Just don't stay in something like that, because if you do, then you're telling that person that what they're doing is okay, and it's not. So I think I'm going to make more videos in this kind of a setup. My camera keeps going blurry and then focusing again. I don't know what that deal is, but I kind of like this. So like, do you like it? I like this over here. That's really nice. And this lighting's nice. It's this chair is so high though, you guys have no idea. I would show you, but I don't really want to. I don't know how to end these things sometimes. I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. I'm just kind of like, what? Also, something I forgot to add, which I really wanted to, is just trust, trust, trust. Just trust wholeheartedly with your whole heart every single time. If something doesn't work out, that's okay. Just keep on trusting, because what'll happen is if you don't, and if you decide that you never want to trust again, then sure, you may be a certain level of happy, but if you're never opening yourself up to any more experiences that could be so amazing and help you grow so much and help you flourish and give you all of these amazing experiences, then you're going to be missing out on that, and you don't want to miss out on that just because someone in your past had done what they did, which realistically had nothing to do with you. And I know I've said that a lot, and I probably sound like a record on repeat, but you are such a divine being, and one else's actions is a self-definition of themselves, not a reflection of you.